Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you all an update to my live twin Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile for post-Age of Overlord. We got the new pretty gimmicky spell Lil Wrap in the Age of Overlord booster set. While not directly a live twin or evil twin support card, it does work pretty well to make a pretty fun shenanigans live twin deck. So I figured I'd make a deck profile that fully incorporates Lil Wrap into the deck, being able to special summon your evil twin monsters from the graveyard using Kiss Kill and Lil respectively to summon each other back onto the field, and even Trouble Sunny to summon both of them to the field, can then activate our Lil Wrap spell card to then inflict burn damage to your opponent to slowly whittle them down with some of the other cards we also run in the deck. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So we'll go ahead and start off with the main deck. I wanted this to be a more focused on the live twin and evil twin support in the deck. I do have a small sprite engine just with what we have currently to work with. I like this sprite engine a little more still than the actual runic engine to use in the deck. It just gives you more monster setup that you can use to then special summon cards from the graveyard onto the field. But for the live twin cards, I run 3 copies of live twin Kiss Kill. A lot of times you would use a smaller engine if they were just going to be the backup support to the actual main deck cards. But 3 Kiss Kill, and with this card, when it's normal or special summon and you control no other monsters, being able to special summon a Lil monster from your hand or deck gives you access to plenty of the targets we can use to summon out in the deck as well, with also running 3 copies of our live twin Lil having the same card effect. They also have life point gain and life point cost for your opponent, with Lil being the cost for your opponent and Kiss Kill for your own life points to gain. But Lil gives you the special summon of a Lil monster from the deck as well, with the best monsters to special summon out are live twin Kiss Kill Frost, which we're running 2 copies of, and also Lil Treat, with this card being a special summon if you control a Kiss Kill monster, being able to special summon each card out if you control a Lil monster with Kiss Kill Frost and a Kiss Kill monster with Lil Treat, being able to special summon these cards out from your hand onto the field as well, with Lil Treat having a card when a player takes battle damage from an attack involving an evil twin monster, being able to banish Lil Treat and then targeting one monster your opponent controls, and it loses attack equal to the damage, then getting a banish effect when your opponent adds a card from their main deck to the hand to draw a card. I would say Kiss Kill Frost just giving you hand consistency is a little bit better, but they both have their perks of being able to special summon from the hand. So if your opponent were to hand trap one of your live twin monsters, you can at least special summon these cards from the hand and have other ways to search them out. And then for the last of the evil twin support, the 1 copy of Evil Twins Kiss Kill Lil normally a little more difficult to summon out, but still wanted to go for a fully focused live twin deck. So the 1 copy of this card, it can also just be set up in the graveyard for our other cards we run. It can be special summoned from the hand or graveyard by attributing to link monsters. If this card is special summoned, you can activate this effect. If your opponent controls more than 3 cards, they must send cards to their graveyard, so they only control 2 cards, making it almost like a face-off against the Lil and Kiss Kill monsters you control using this card. And while you have a Kiss Kill monster in your graveyard and you have a Lil monster in your graveyard, it gains 2200 attack, putting it at a 4400 attack point body for your opponent to go up against also. And then for the Sprite engine, I run 3 copies of Sprite Blue. I know blue is a little more pricey, so if you wanted to drop down the numbers of blue that you're running, you can always increase the other numbers for the Sprite monsters that I'm running. Just for the special summon, if you control a level 2 or rank 2 monster, making it very easy to summon out with all the other live twin and evil twin cards we run, but also giving us a monster search, while our Sprite Jet gives us a spell and trap card search, which we're running 2 copies of this card, and 1 copy of Sprite Carrot and the 1 copy of Sprite Red, having a spell and trap negation or a monster effect negation respectively for each of these cards by attributing another rank 2 or link 2 monster on the field. For that, being able to also destroy it if you only attributed a level 2 monster, just being able to negate the effect. And then having the spell and trap card search, as I said, with Jet. If you don't have as many blues, you can always drop down the number of blues and increase the numbers of the Jets, Carrots, and Reds that you run, but just additional engines to use with our own live twin monsters. And then I also run the 3 copies of Ash Blossom and enjoy spraying one of the hand traps in the deck for just basically shutting down your opponent's search power with this card as well. And also 2 copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. You could put Effect Veiler in if you want. I didn't run Nibiru in the deck because we are running Gigantic Sprite in the extra deck with a little more of a restriction during our opponent's turn. As a risk, if you wanted to run Nibiru, you can always replace it for the Ghost Ogre spot. And then moving on now to the spells, I figured we'd start off with the new card I'm running in the deck, and that is Lil La Wrap, running 3 copies of this card just because there isn't really a way to search this card out, so you have to just rely on opening it up and activating it. Once per turn, if you special summon a monster from your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can make your opponent lose 1,000 life points, and if they do, you gain 500 life points. You can activate this effect of Lil La Wrap once per chain. So the fact that it is once per chain means that you at least have the option to activate this card multiple times per turn. So you have the special summon of your Kiss Kill, the special summon of your Lil La, and then also the special summon of your Trouble Sunny. Being able to activate all these in the same turn means you can inflict 3,000 points of damage to your opponent with this card alone for the once per chain effect. So you can't stack, sadly, the Lil La Wraps if you have multiples on the field, since it can only be once per chain. So you only get the 1 burn damage effect per turn, but still we're running the 3 copies so that you just have a better chance to see these cards as well, with our other burn damage card being our Live Twin Sunny Snitch. This card is also a searcher, so when it's activated you can add a Live Twin monster from your deck to your hand, searching out whichever one you need for your specific play. If you already have the normal summon special summon one, you can add the Frost or the Treat to your hand to at least have another special summon for that monster on the field also. And then every time your opponent normal or special summons a monster, you gain 200 life points and inflict 200 to them. So on top of the burn damage they'll be taking from Lil La Wrap, they'll also be taking some burn damage from Sunny's Snitch as well. And then also the 2 copies of Secret Password. This card can be used to search out a Live Twin or Evil Twin spell trap from your deck to your hand. So it can search out our Sunny Snitch, but sadly, since the card only has Lil La Wrap, there's no specific card to search out the Lil La Wrap in the deck. I would think it'd be funny if it at least gave us a search with the Kiss Kill, but we have to special summon the Lil La monster and not just search out the Lil La card with our Kiss Kill monster to begin with. And then for the rest of the Sprite Spell Engine, the 1 copy of Sprite Starter, the 1 Sprite Smashers, and the 1 copy of Sprite Gamma Burst to finish off the cards that our Sprite Jet can search out, and giving us a little more boost to work with the actual Evil Twin cards we run in the deck as well, giving us monster targets for the Sprite Starter for our sprites, but having the banish option for a Link 2 monster to then banish one of our opponent's cards, or even just boost the attack of our Link 2 monsters using Sprite Gamma Burst. For the rest of these spells, the 2 copies of Triple Tactics Talent and the 1 copy of Called by the Grave, just more shutdown for our opponent's graveyard or any responses if they were to try and stop our initial Live Twin special summon off of our normal summoned Kiss Kill or Lil La, at least being able to draw 2 cards and hopefully draw into something that can help us extend our plays even more, whether it be a Sprite card or even just one of the ones you can special summon from your hand if you control the other Lil La or Kiss Kill monster. And then the only traps we run in the deck are the 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, just another hand trap along with the Ash Blossom and the Ghost Ogres to use against our opponent. Moving on now to the extra deck, I run the 2 copies of Evil Twin Kiss Kill and the 2 copies of Evil Twin Lil La. These are some of the main cards you'll use to get the actual burn damage of Lil La Wrap activated, because then you will use the effect of Kiss Kill, special summoning a monster from the graveyard using the card effect of Either Or. You'll get the draw power when Kiss Kill is summoned, and then the destruction power when you use Lil La against your opponent, but also on top of that, you'll get the burn damage, as I mentioned before, if you have Lil La Wrap. So you can use the play of summoning one out onto the field, using the 2 of them together to go into a link summon of the other monster, and then use that second copy to special summon the other one back onto the field again, giving you the special summon and the 2,000 burn damage, since that is 2 separate chains against your opponent, and then being able to use them to go into our 3rd burn damage attempt, which is our Trouble Sunny, having the option to tribute this card to special summon up to 1 Kiss Kill monster and 1 Lil La monster from the graveyard. You'll summon both of them at the same time, so it'll only be 1 burn damage since they summoned at the exact same time. But still, this is the 3rd burn damage attempt with the Lil La Wrap, thanks to this card. And then also with this card, when it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to send 1 Evil Twin monster from your hand, deck, or face up on the field to the graveyard, to send 1 card on the field to the graveyard as well. Being the full cool utilization of our Evil Twin Kiss Kill Lil La with this card, since you'll send it to the graveyard if you need one and you don't have the target on the field, for our Trouble Sunny to give this card the graveyard setup and the send of our opponent's card as well. For the rest of the Link monsters, the 1 copy of SP Little Knight. This is one of the newer cards we got in Age of Overlord as well. It's a really, really good card with the limit of some of our Sprite cards, locking us into Link 2s. If it's Link Summon using a Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Link monster, you can target 1 card on the field or in either graveyard and banish it, which you can easily do with our Kiss Kill and Lil La monsters. They do lock you into Fiends, so some of the times you'll have to just have them when they're both on the field. Most of the times, like when you use your Trouble Sunny, if this Link Summon card just has to use a Link monster, not one that was Link summoned. And then also the 1 the Dark Charmer, the 1 Nightmare Phoenix, the 1 IP Masquerena, and the 1 Nightmare Unicorn to finish off all the Link monsters we run, with our Xyz monsters being the 1 copy of Gigantic Sprite, the 1 copy of Jin Buster, the 1 Onimaru, and the 1 Zeus to finish off the rest of the extra deck. And then as for some of the go-to plays in the deck, the Lil La Wrap being in our opening hand or drawing into it is one of the more important cards to make use of in the deck, activating this card and then going for your Lil La play. So if you go for the summon of one of your live twin monsters, activating the special summon effect of this card to get the other respected monster, and you usually want to go for Treat or Frost with these cards as well, because then you'll go for the Link 2 play, and then with this play you can summon out your first monster, being your Evil Twin Kiss Kill, then special summoning out a monster. If you do not control a Lil La monster, being able to special summon Lil La from the graveyard. This will activate the Lil La Wrap, giving your opponent the 1000 burn damage and you gaining 500. Then you can go for the Link 2 into another card, which is your Lil La, activating your Lil La to summon out your Kiss Kill onto the field. This will give you additional burn damage to your opponent and a draw off of the Kiss Kill. And then you can go for one more play, which you can use to then summon out your Trouble Sunny. The Trouble Sunny can also activate if you wish for the 3rd amount of burn damage, summoning out back those 2 monsters onto the field. You will, have already used the effect of your Kiss Kill for the draw, but you'll have the potential pop effect of your Lil La against your opponent if you went second against them. Otherwise, you can always save the Trouble Sunny effect for the following turn against them to use, and you'll still get the burn damage as long as it wasn't during the damage step. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed. It's a really fun deck that utilizes the new Lil La Wrap card for additional burn damage against your opponent, along with the original Evil Twin and Live Twin engine. And as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And Kira, Twig out.